Hello and welcome to my review of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Let's begin, shall we? We start off in London, where the weather is crappy as usual and the Death Eaters are screwing around with the Muggles, causing mayhem as usual. Cumulonimbus.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Build it up with sticks and stones, sticks and stones, sticks and stones. Build it up with sticks and stones, my fair lady.
And by the way, I certainly am intimidated by these Death Eaters, destroying one bridge in London out of several and not killing anyone. Truly the masters of evil. We cut to Harry hanging out in the subway station where he starts to get hit on.
Hey, I was wondering...
11. That's when I get off. You can tell me all about that toss of Harry Potter.
We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
No, really, it's just Dumbledore. He takes Harry to a mysterious old house to recruit Horace Slughorn to be a new potions teacher at Hogwarts.
The Muggles who own this place are in the Canary Islands.
Well, I think we should put it back in order for them, don't you?
Yes.
Mind?
As Dumbledore goes to the bathroom, Harry and Slughorn have a talk.
You look very like your father. Except for the eyes, of course. You have your...
My mother's eyes, yeah.
Lily. Lovely Lily. She's exceedingly bright, your mother. Even more impressive when one considers she was Muggle-born.
After convincing Slughorn to come back, though, Dumbledore drops Harry off at the Weasleys' house.
Hedwig.
Harry meets up with Ron and Hermione and tells them what's going on. And by the way, what happened to not being able to use magic outside of Hogwarts? Why are they just levitating and burning some random piece of paper? I guess it's the next best thing to smoking wizard pot or something. After exploring Fred and George's new joke shop in Diagon Alley, the three sneak off and spy Draco Malfoy walking down the street. Oh yeah, great idea. Let's just mosey on to an abandoned store that's been ransacked by Death Eaters. Great idea. They go to school the next day, and while these shots of the Hogwarts Express are pretty cool, I'm still half expecting Tonto to show up with a ladder. Harry and Luna show up late to school, though, after Draco stamps Harry's face.
Right. Names? Professor Flitwick, you've known me for 5 years.
Wait, that's Professor Flitwick? Jeez, someone's gotten some serious plastic surgery. Oh, and Luna also helps Harry out with his broken nose.
Episky.
Feel my pain, Harry. Oh, look, Dumbledore has another speech for the kiddies.
Once there was a young man who, like you, sat in this very hall, walked this castle's corridors, stepped under its roof. He seemed to all the world a student like any other. His name? Tom Riddle.
Wow, none of us should know who this is, but let's excitedly whisper about it anyway.
This very minute, perhaps, dark forces attempt to penetrate this castle's walls. But in the end,
The love you take is equal to the love
First day of classes, and Harry and Ron head off to Professor Slughorn's potions class.
As I was saying, I prepared some concoctions this morning.
Insert Breaking Bad joke here.
That one there is Ferrous serum. It's a truth-telling serum. And that one...
You beat me to a better textbook, so I'm gonna hit you with mine. So the students get hard at work making a potion. He should be dead. Afterwards, Harry has a meeting with Dumbledore so the two can work together to find out about Voldemort's past. They go to Dumbledore's memory, recruiting Voldemort to go to Hogwarts.
You're the doctor, aren't you?
No. I'm a professor. Well, I'm like you, Tom. I'm different.
Different.
We then cut to the outside of the Hogwarts grounds where I guess the Death Eaters just spend all day crashing into the protective dome like birds. Weekend time! All the kids head to the Three Broomsticks to get some butterbeer.
Go on, a little bit.
That was the most pointless thing ever. And later on, is it just me or is Hermione supposed to be drunk in this scene?
Me and her slugging. As if.
They come across Katie Bell, who's been touched by some kind of dark object and has been thrusted up into the air. Oh, hi Hagrid, how lucky you showed up right when we needed you. I don't know why, but I'm enjoying this a lot more than I think I should. They later have Snape analyze the necklace that cursed Katie Bell.
What do you think?
This is clearly the work of Macy's. Hey, it's time for a Quidditch game and Ron is feeling a little nervous.
Who's that? What's he wearing?
Guest director Wes Anderson, I guess? And if you got that joke, you're awesome. Quidditch time! And is it just me, or is it much more violent than the Quidditch games in the other movies? Well, they're dead. A nice Happy Gilmore reference there, Ron. Gryffindor wins the game, though, and there's a big party that night. After Lavender Brown starts making out with Ron, Hermione starts to cry and runs away, and Harry follows her.
Charm spell. Just practicing.
You are so obviously not practicing right now.
What's with the birds?
A pugno.
Now don't you two see that you're in love with each other? I mean, why can't you face that already? You're running around out there looking for something that's not even there when everything that you dream of is right here in front of you. Now, why can't you admit that?
Now Harry and Hermione start hanging out. Why are these best friends so obsessed with hitting each other? I mean, I'm not exactly the most social person on Earth, but I'm pretty sure best friends aren't supposed to do that. Draco, meanwhile, slinks off to go test out the vanishing cabinet in the room of requirement to smuggle some Death Eaters into the school.
Harry passes.
Okay. The vanishing cabinet works now. Why are the Death Eaters not attacking the school this minute? Oh yeah, I know. Because we need to have a climax at the end of the movie, also known as the end of the school year. I guess that's why. Slughorn invites Harry and Hermione to a Christmas party, though, and hijinks ensue.
Take your hands off me, filthy squib!
Professor Slughorn, sir. I just discovered this boy in an upstairs corridor.
Alright, but come on, that was the perfect opportunity. Harry goes home to the Burrow for Christmas with the Weasleys, though. Christmas Eve, though, and Ginny offers Harry some delicious Christmas cookies which may or may not be poisoned with love potion.
Open up, you. Don't you trust me?
No. But uh-oh, the Death Eaters attack the house. Oh, Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. We then partake in a long chase scene, and has anyone else ever noticed this? Has this giant wheat field always been outside the burrow? I don't remember that from any of the other movies. Oh, now wait a minute. The burrow never burned down in the book? Why do they need to have the Weasleys lose their home? I guess to add more drama and shots for the trailer, I guess. Back at school, though, and Harry and Dumbledore examine one of Slughorn's Voldemort memories, which he seems to have tampered with. But wait, if Slughorn didn't want anyone to know about the terrible thing he did, then how did Dumbledore get his tampered memory in the first place? Oh well, it's Valentine's Day, 2 minutes after Christmas, and Ron accidentally gets poisoned with love potion. Off to see Professor Slughorn, who luckily cures him right away.
Really bad.
You need a pick-me-up, my boy. Got buttered beer, wine, dazzling oak matured mead. I had other intentions for this, but I think given the circumstances. Yeah, Potter. To life.
Giving alcohol to minors. Thanks, Professor Slughorn. But Ron gets poisoned again as Harry has to think fast to save him.
Come on, Ron, breathe.
That was fucking trippy.
So even though Harry cured Ron from the poison, we see him moments later unconscious in the hospital wing for some reason.
See? He senses my presence. Don't worry, One. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, still not as bad as some of the kids at my school. Lavender breaks up with Ron, though, and this happens.
Stop it, Ron. You're making it snow.
Does Ron have the power to make things snow now? I mean, what the heck? Harry decides that if he wants to get Slughorn's untampered memory, though, he should drink some liquid luck to help get the memory. After taking the Felis Felicis, he comes by Slughorn, who is trying to steal medical marijuana, I guess? The two go to Hagrid's house, who is coincidentally having a funeral for Aragog, the enormous spider from the second movie, and is it just me or does Aragog look a lot more fake in this movie? After getting Slughorn drunk, though, Harry manages to get his memory, and we learn that Voldemort made Horcruxes to make himself invincible, and all of them need to be destroyed before Voldemort can be killed. Harry and Dumbledore head off to where one might be, and instead of apparating right next to the cave and then walking in, they have to apparate on this rock in the middle of the ocean so they can stand there for shots for the trailer and then swim across the incredibly dangerous and most likely freezing cold water. You gotta use your brain sometimes. They find the Horcrux in the cave, but they can only take it if this liquid is out of the magical bird bath.
It has to be drunk. All of it has to be drunk. This potion might paralyze me. Might make me forget why I'm here. Might cause me so much pain that I beg for relief. You are not to indulge these requests. It's your job, Harry, to make sure I keep drinking this potion, even if you have to force it down my throat.
Or maybe you can just scoop it out, dump it on the floor, and repeat until the basin is empty. You gotta use your brain sometimes. Oh look, finally the Death Eaters are attacking the school. Still don't see why he couldn't have done it earlier in the school year, but whatever.
Severus. Please.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Harry chases the Death Eaters out into the front of Hagrid's house, which Bellatrix sets on fire. Ugh, I thought I smelled burning hair. After Snape runs off, though, Harry returns to the castle, where apparently all of the students and teachers just woke up, got dressed, and decided to gather around outside around Dumbledore's body. We end with Harry and Hermione and Ron talking about how they're going to team up and hunt down the rest of the Horcruxes together. And we end with...
It's coming!
So that was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and this is probably the most average of the Harry Potter movies. Some parts are good, some parts are bad. It's mostly good though, and that's about it. Next time I review a Harry Potter movie, it's not going to be, oh, part 1 and part 2. No. I'm doing the big, long Deathly Hallows movie. No parts, and one big, giant, double feature movie review video thing. It's going to be awesome.